So the other day, I was talking to my liaison over at Weiser Books. Sometime I think it's Weiser Books slash Red Will Publishing, and they often have books from Rock Pool books. They often have decks from Rock Pool. So this is one of them, but it came to me from the wonderful people at Weiser Books, and I want to thank them so much for this gift. Now, this gift was given to me. It's called the Cosmic Tarot by Samantha West, and it was given to me for the purposes of doing an honest review, and that's exactly what we're going to do, because I've never even seen this deck before. I've just seen a few of the cards, and I thought it was cool because I'm into aliens right now. I'm really into aliens, and I have like 3 or 4 alien decks. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I got to add this to my collection. I love that it's yellow, the happy color. I don't think I have any decks that the whole box is yellow. I can't think of not one. So I like that part. I thought it was an interesting concept. It seemed to have like a cosmic concept going on. If you want to screenshot, you can check this out. It says this deck is not for the faint of heart. So if you're somebody who is easily offended by phallic probes, you might want to turn off of this right now. Has finger holes on the side. Love that. So my name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anybody and everybody who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media. I would love to give you a reading. I am a card shark. I have so many decks, and I would love to hook you up. Hit me up. My social media is underneath here. Underneath this video, you'll also find my Patreon information. All my patrons get my videos early. Let's see. You'll also find my Amazon wish list, because gifts are my love language. And when you guys send me things, it's so sweet. So let's get started. I can't wait. So first of all, let's use our finger holes to try to open up. Hold up. Okay, all right, not a problem sliding it out. All right, and let's see the edges. okay, we're in for some interesting things then. All right, it has a cord or a ribbon. I said a cord. And it pulls it all out. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is take a look. It's small. The inside, we could tell by the size of the box it wasn't going to be huge, but it's small. So if you're somebody who has small hands, like my friend Robin over at Robin's Reflection, she's always telling me about her bad eyesight and her small hands. So Robin, here's one for you, sister. It has a meaning of each card, but it does not look very detailed. So yeah, it does not look very detailed. So if you want more details, you're going to have to get a second book, or you're going to have to just go with whatever this says. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go with it. Here's our introduction. Oh, they've renamed them. Okay, so pentacles are discs, wands are the probes, swords are ray guns, and cups are specimens. Oh, I saw those specimens. Okay, I was wondering what those are. All right, so we got some serious alien energy going on here, and I'm for it. You saw that the book is in color, but it's really small. Love that. Okay. When you first get the cards, you will notice that they are kept in paper. I love that paper instead of the plastic. I think that's awesome. Very environmentally friendly. And look how big they are. First of all, oh, look how they're green on the edge. That is so cool. Let me show you the backs. The backs are cool. The sides are cool. I love that. And they're teeny. They're really little. Easy to shuffle. They're really small. All right, let me show you one. Well, let's get going. Here's our Fool. So let's take a look at the card stock. Excellent card stock. Not too thick, not too thin. Nice snapback. They're numbered, and each one has the name of the card. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna have to pull them forward very closely because they are very small. Oh, I love the fact that it's no border. Yes, I love it. Whenever that happens, I feel like it's a win for me. No border, and the artwork is nice and cool. I love our little humanoid looking alien with her puppy, her puppy like energy. I don't know what. I love it. It's cute so far. This is going to be really cute when I do. I have to do a reading. What, Monday? I think it is Monday. You guys asked me to do a reading on the aliens in Peru, and I am going to use this deck. I'm going to cleanse this deck and use it. This is going to be fun for that. The divine is actually the high priestess. They've changed it. That's cool. So some of the cards not only have the suits changed, but some of the names of the actual cards have changed, and some of them are the same. As you can see, the Empress is still the Empress. Okay, I like it. I like the color scheme. Now, one thing about me, I usually like colors. I love, full colors, pastel colors, all kind of colors. But this one looks like it utilizes white, black, grays, and this green color. I like that. I like it. It's different. It's unique. It does its own thing. I like that. This is not a Rider-Waite-Smith clone per se. You can tell what it's talking about though. Like, this is clearly the Hierophant. It's aliens, but it's clearly the Hierophant, So you can tell what it's talking about. But it's definitely what I would call going rogue. I love a good rogue deck. Because you can get the meaning of the card, but it's still not the same boring image over and over and over again. I just can't take it. I want to see some variety sometimes, and these rogue decks give it to us. Like this Chariot. This is totally different than the other Chariot, but it still has the same energy of flying around, moving forward like the Chariot. Except for the Chariot usually has like 2 horses leading it. So I think this is cool. I like it. I like the spaceship representing the Chariot. And this is cute too. Look at that. So he's not, the strength card is usually a person with a lion. So in this case, they've tamed some kind of creature, not a lion. So that's cool too. Again, a little change, but you still get the gist of it. You still comprehend what they're trying to say. Aww. Try to pull it apart. Look at our hermit. Our hermit is alone, but our hermit is chilling. He's introspecting, I guess. Not lonely, not sad. Our hermit is cool. A lot of times the hermit looks sad to me in the traditional RWS, but not this hermit. This hermit is chilling and having some chocolate. That's cool. Or what I think is chocolate, because remember, because it's space, they could have their own thing. Maybe they don't have chocolate. Maybe they have some other delicious delicacy that we've never come across. I love how she has the scales in her hand, but she also is holding a ray gun. And they told us that the ray gun represents one of the suits. So let's see which one of the suits it represents. We got to keep this with us so we can use this. We're going to need to know what is what. We're definitely going to need to know what is what. Let me see if they tell us. The discs, the probes, the ray guns. Here go the ray guns right here. And they said the ray guns are the swords. So we're going to keep open to that page in case we need to remember that. So she has a sword in her hand and the justice, the scales in the other hand. So that's pretty cool. The hanged being. That's cool. Ah, interesting death card. It's death, but death has a bunch of extra eyeballs, it looks like. That's interesting. These are fun. These are a lot of fun. I love fun decks. I really do. These are great. Look at the devil. The devil has these poor creatures all caught up. That's cool. The tower. I don't know what this is. Is it an actual building? Is it a living being? It looks like a living being throwing a person out of it. That's what it looks like. I love the stars. The use of the stars in the background. giving it even further that cosmic look and feel. Look at our star. Our star is chilling. I love that. That's cool. The moon, again, the stars in the background, the planets in the background, the creatures. That's cool too. The sun. I feel like this judgment card, I don't know, it doesn't feel like an angel. It feels more like a god or an omnipotent being or something like that. That's pretty cool. That's very, it's not different. I mean, it is different than what we're used to when dealing with the judgment card, but it has the same gist to me. Like, I get it. Like, okay, here's the world. Makes me think, yeah, I was going to say which world. There's several worlds here, so cool. Looks like the multiverse to me. Now we're going to get into our discs. They said the discs are the pentacles. So it is easy to tell. Like, for instance, this looks like the Two of Pentacles. And they often use discs to represent pentacles in a lot of different decks. So that won't be that difficult. But the discs, to me, look like they're spaceships. So the Three of Spaceships actually would have probably been what I said. Three of Saucers, maybe. Here's our four. Yeah, this deck is so cute. It's definitely doing it for me. I can't believe I've never seen anybody using this deck on TarotTube. We got to use this one. This was cute. Six of Pentacles. That's cute. I like the fact that the Seven of Pentacles, she looks like a woman, and she's fixed all these ships. So I love that. So many times people act like women can't fix things, you know? It's a lot of women who are engineers and mechanics and stuff like that. It's not a gender thing. It's just based on what they're into. I can't do it. I cannot fix things. Every once in a while, I surprise myself and I can fix something or put something together. Like the other day I put together, I got a new altar and I had to put it together. And I was so intimidated when it first came because I was like, how am I going to put this together? But I did in under 20 minutes and it wasn't hard. I was surprised. So every once in a while I can fix something or do something like that, but it is not the norm. I'll tell you that. Oh, look at the page. Okay. Now here's our Knight of this. Here is our Queen. And then we're going to come to our King. Now, we're getting ready to come to what is called the Ace of Probes. The probes are wands, okay? Now, the interesting thing about this is that a lot of people talk about being probed if they're abducted. So I guess that's what these are, but they look like phalluses. So if you're anti-phallus, this whole suit has these in them, like they said in the back of the deck. And they meant it. There's two of them. There's three of them. There's four of them. So they keep using these, you know, because this is something, and I think it's kind of funny, but this is something that you will hear a lot of. If you ever hear people talk about being abducted, you often hear them talk about being probed in different ways. Now, I don't know if they're probed with the instrument that looks like that or not, because I've never had it happen to me, but I do know that some people have reported that. So I think that's interesting that they added that to the deck. It's been reported a lot. Being anally probed or poked at, prodded at, getting implants under the skin, losing time, seeing an alien and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and by the time you come to, it's 2 days later, you know, or a couple hours later or something like that. So these things are talked about. Oh, look at the 8 probes. I like that. That's decent. So as long as this isn't something that is, you know, offensive to you, I find it to be comical. I find all these choices to be comical, actually. But if it's something that's offensive to you, then that might be something you might want to skip. But for me, I'm like, this is hysterical. This is awesome. And the green, the neon greenish yellow color, I like a lot. I don't know, some people don't like that particular color. It's not a color that I wear, but it is a color that I like, and it is a color that's working for this particular deck. This is fun. I have an Oracle deck that has aliens in it. This would be nice to pair with that. Queen of Probes. Your name is the Queen of Probes. Okay. I love it. Look at him. Okay. So that's the probes. Okay. So there's all of them. Okay. Now we're coming to the this swords. The ray guns are the swords. Now these ray guns I think are really cool too, because when I was a kid, this is what aliens had in all those old Twilight Zone episodes and those old movies, before Star Trek really started getting into it and bringing us real quality weapons. The aliens always had cheesy weapons. They always had like a ray gun or something. And if you think about it, their technology is better than ours, probably. So it is kind of difficult to imagine what their technology would look like. Now, Star Trek, Star Wars, other different franchises have done a great job. Marvel has done a great job at, kind of giving us ideas of what that would look like. But if you were born, in the 60s, the 50s, before Star Trek put it like that, or if you're older like me, I was born in 77, you would remember these ray guns and these flying saucers, this kind of look. To me, the look has sophisticated over time. But this is what it looked like when I was a kid. And some of them still do, like the aliens themselves. So I think this is really cool. It has a very nostalgic feel to me. If you watch any of the older alien type, movies, it has that kind of nostalgic feel to me. So I like it a lot. If you guys watch Guardians of the Galaxy, there's one character, she has big eyes, black eyes. I don't remember her name, but is she Praying Mantis, I think? This reminds me of her. Several of the beings have reminded me of her. So I like that. I like those tie-ins. Awesome. And look at all the smoke coming out his back. So he doesn't have, swords coming out the back. It's like he got shot up in the back with those ray guns. Here's our page of ray guns. Yeah, if you watch Star Trek, especially like Next Generation, oh my God. All of those things, they really explore the different races, what they could possibly be like, what kind of, weapons they would have, what kind of personalities they would have. And they did such a good job at like letting them be so diverse. Like the Klingons, for example, are nothing like the Ferengi. And the Ferengi are nothing like the Vulcans. And they're nothing like the Earthlings from Starfleet. Like, I just love it. I love that. Very creative, very imaginative. Now, the specimens are cups. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Awesome choice. But the aliens are drinking the specimens. That's kind of funny to me, because I'm thinking like when they probe people and like, take their blood or stuff like that, like they're not drinking it, are they? Like, oh boy, That kind of plays into humans' fear about aliens too, because some humans are afraid they're going to eat us or attack us or destroy us or something like that. So it's like, what if they're abducting these people just to drain them of a couple pints of blood so they could use them for their, I don't know, what if our blood is like alcohol to them, they get high off of it or something like that, It makes you think creatively that way. I don't think that's the truth though, because from the readings that I've done on aliens, I'm not going to say none of them are menacing, but I haven't come across any that were menacing. I've mostly come across aliens that were helpful to humans. It feels like to me we're infants compared to some of them. The energies I've come across in like the Bermuda Triangle, or the ones I came across in Area 51, those energies seemed older and more helpful. Oh, the 9. I love that. The little earrings. The creative choices were fun. Oh, look at the family. The little alien family. Oh. The specimens is a really cute suit. Because you guys know I love the cups. And it works for me. It's so cute. Look at her. It really does work for me. The Knight of Specimens. Oh. The Queen of Specimens. And here is our King of Specimens. Now, because, let me find it. I love this one. I love this one. I want to read that one. That's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to read this from the guidebook. So let's check her out. She's our Page of Specimens. She's in the back of the book. And it says here, the Page of Specimens is curious and brimming with energy. Allow your curiosity and spark of creativity to guide you. It's okay that you don't know the next step quite yet. This is simply about exploration. Your growth will be born from this freedom. So that is accurate for the Page of Cups. But as you know, if you're a tarot reader, there's a lot more to that card. So I would say this is, you can do a reading with this, but I would definitely think that I would probably get another book that went a little bit more in depth if I were you, especially if you're a beginner. If you're not a beginner, then that should be more than adequate. Here's our author bio for anybody that would like, look at her, anybody that would like to check out our author. She's the creator of this deck. There is her .com and all her information. Cute, adorable. She did a great job. Samantha, this is really cute. I love it. So, guys, I highly recommend this. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to see how easy it is to handle. Because remember I said if you got small hands, like my girl Robin, this could be perfect. Okay. Not easy to grip. Let's see if we can shuffle it. Oh, they're sturdy. These cards are really, really sturdy. So they're easy to shuffle. They're not glossy. They're more matte. You only get a little shine, not much. They're perfect. They're perfect for that. So I highly recommend these. I would give these a 10 out of 10. I don't have any problems at all with these. I think they're cute. I think they made fabulous choices. I love the edges, as I mentioned before, and I highly recommend this deck. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this deck. I know it's a little unusual. It is unusual, but I'm going to use it, and I have a lot of unusual decks, so it fits right into my unusual collection. So that is the Cosmic Tarot. And if interested, I'm going to drop the link, as always, underneath this video. So in case you would like to get a copy of this deck of your own, you can easily acquire it from where I got it from. Okay? You guys come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.